I believe in God, but I still question my existence. For a couple days, I don't know, I just been thinking about this. And I first thought about this in 2022, 2 years ago, when I was 16 years old. As soon as I became more aware and started to question my existence there, it was way more scarier than it is right now. You see, it was my first time thinking of it, so that's why I was more afraid. But now it's like, I thought about this before, I might as well think about it again. You see, with me, I am a Muslim, right? So I'm aware that there's a heaven, there's a hell, and there's, right now, life, earth, there's the universe. I am also aware that we exist as human beings. I exist, you exist, and I'm also aware as a Muslim that this life is a test. It's temporary. It's not going to be here forever, because one day we are going to die. The rest of it, you got to do yourself. But here's another thing though. Sometimes it just doesn't feel real to me. You see, as aware as I can be, half the time I don't think it's even real. Like, even right now, speaking to you, I don't know like if this is generally me speaking or it's just me myself seeing that I'm speaking. You hear what I'm saying? Like, looking at it, but I'm looking at someone else's life. It just feels like when I'm speaking, I'm not really speaking, if you know what I mean. Yes, I might get violated for this if I upload this video. I might get violated by my family members if they find out, but who gives a crap? I also know, as us Muslims, basically we believe that our purpose as human beings is to follow God's rule and also to worship Him. I know that God exists because obviously this didn't happen out of nowhere. There has to be someone behind it, right? I am very much aware of that. But I'm 18, so it's like the first time thinking about this, I'll think maybe, maybe it will make a lot more sense as I grow up. But even if I grow up, I fear that I'll question it again and again and again, and it's just gonna be an ongoing thing throughout my life. When I do something that gets my mind off this, I feel like I'm in a dream. Not saying that I'm trying to self-diagnose myself with any sort of derealization or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, it's like similar to what derealization or depersonalization is. I'm starting to question as to why the creator did this. That's what he truly needed to do, or he just did it because he just did it. But I think I need to read more about my religion more, because I think I'm thinking like this because of maybe lack of research. You see, with my decisions, problem is I get very hesitant of it at first. Well, before I was a lot more hesitant, but now I only get hesitant for a while, then I really think into it and then I do it. Or maybe I don't do it, It's just things that either feel right to me or it doesn't. So overall, I do think it could be my lack of research of my religion. I also can think maybe I have something in me which other people don't. But that would seem too selfish of me to say, because some people do think the same way I do and do feel the same thing I do, experience pain the same thing I do. You get me. At one point, I did think, if God was uncreated, then what did God do before this? And apparently I did some research about this as well in my religion, and apparently he just didn't, he didn't create the universe at that point. God's way of understanding and God's way of feeling things and emotion is nothing like us. God is a supreme being and we are human beings. We have a totally different way of thinking than God. I spoke to someone about this as well, and he said that we use around 70% of our mind. But I also spoke to another person and he said, no, we use about 2.5, 2.6%, something like that. And Einstein was the only one that went over it because he was very clever and all. So I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. What I'm saying is that our logic can't comprehend who created God or when did God exist, all of that. But the answer is God is outside time and matter. And that really made a lot of sense to me because, with time, something does have to have a start and end. Just like how this world is going to end. And we do believe the world is going to end. And what's going to happen after that is the day of judgment, obviously. And the day of judgment is whether we go to heaven or hell. With my derealization sort of way of thinking, when a bit worse. It went to the point where I may have actually had like a derealization episode. It got worse because if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll know this. As you know, a couple days ago, 10, 20 days ago, maybe 30, by the time I upload this video, I don't know. My mom passed away, basically. My mom had a brain hemorrhage. Obviously, she had a lot of problems when she was in the hospital. That was the first time I ever prayed to Hajjat as well, which is crazy. Life can take you to like different places. Throughout the whole 3 days when she was in hospital, I just felt like everything was one big nightmare. But the thing is, it wasn't even a nightmare. It wasn't even half a nightmare. It was real life. Anyways, that's it for you guys. That's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to do more videos like this. Don't worry. If you like this type of videos, I'm going to do more of it. If you didn't, I'm still going to do more of it because, you know, I'm going to keep on doing videos like this basically because I enjoy it. I'm kind of liking this, you know, like I don't give a crap. I'm just going to say what I'm going to say, you know, as long as I don't get, you know, banned or terminated. It's calm, you know. That's it for you guys. Assalamu alaikum, you guys. Peace out.